And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2021 Bushnell Prairie City Spartan football season. Once again, I'm Jeff Borders, joined by Chris Frankhauser. Chris, a lot of changes.
Lots of changes indeed.
We'll
I
say, if you want to start with the big one, I mean, it's like 50-50 big one. The first big one is, as you heard me say, Bushnell Prairie City Spartans. And we're actually playing the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones tonight as the co-op has dissolved as of last year. So BPC back on their own, and West Prairie and Southeastern still had to do a little merger there to get enough players. And then the other big one, Chris, 8-man football this year. Gone is the 11-man on the field because of numbers, and to the 8-man football we go.
And not surprised, because I kind of thought with the 8-man taking over we saw North Fulton, who unfortunately this year the Wildcats don't have enough players to play varsity football, who we were supposed to play next week. And Peoria Heights, a bigger school, made the jump a couple of years ago. That not surprised that both of these squads with the co-op disbanding last year, that this is where the route they ended up going. And we're going to step aside for our national anthem.
And observe a moment of silence for our men lost in Afghanistan. Thank you. And now our national anthem.
The national anthem there by the BPC pep band, marching band. And as I was saying there before we stepped aside, would not be surprised to see other schools follow suit in the coming years, as well as now the 8-man big enough that there is a North and South division in the 8-man football. And Jeff, looking over some of the rule changes and stuff, I kind of make this more like the kind of football we played in the backyard in some regards, because you've got 2 less linemen and 1 less skill position player. Only 5 players out of the 8 have to be on the line of scrimmage to start an offensive play. Jersey numbers out the window. Doesn't matter. You could have a quarterback in the 70s and 80s. You could have a lineman in single digits. Center may go out for a pass if they are the last man on the line of scrimmage. You have to have 4 players on the front line of a kick return. You have no more than 4 players to one side of the kicker on a kickoff. Still a 100-yard field, but it's only 40 yards wide. So in some ways, this kind of, with pads and helmets, like with the kind of backyard football, most of us grew up playing when we were kids.
Yeah, what it reminds me of is when I was coming up through junior high, or elementary, even into junior high, we didn't have tackle football. We played flag football. And we played on a 40-yard wide field.
Right.
It was only 80 yards. We didn't play the whole 100. But, I mean, this is the way they would mark the field down when we would have our championship week and get to play on the high school field.
Right.
So I've seen this before.
Right. Just not at the high school level.
Right.
And like I said, we talked – I know they talked a little bit Coach Arnold, of course, doing the PA at the scrimmage last week. We're going to see some semi-familiar opponents. Obviously, West Prairie. We see West Central coming up week 3, but we're going to see a whole host of schools that we have not seen
at all
ever. We've got 2 trips coming up south of Springfield. Freeport Akron comes down here, which, if you know where Freeport is, that's up near Rockford. So 3 Saturday games, I believe, on the Spartan schedule this year. One Saturday night game, I think, down at Pawnee. But we've got game 2 weeks from this weekend is on a Saturday. That's at West Central. And then when Freeport Akron comes here, that's a Saturday game as well. So, yeah, we're going to see a lot of teams that we're not, and we're going to get one of them next week now with North Fulton not having enough to play varsity. We get, I think it's Farmer City Blue Ridge here coming next Friday night.
And of course, Farmer City right over there on 74 just before you get to Champaign. And as you know, I went to the St. Louis there on Tuesday, and as I was driving down there and got south of Springfield on 55, just couldn't take my normal route 67 with the poles being down over the road, and so I had to take the that route down there, and it was just crazy because I was just like, oh, wow, there's the turnoff for Pawnee, and I don't want to drive that bus.
We play down there, and we play Kincaid South Fork. That's another south of Springfield school. Yeah, it's going to be a different look, but glad to be back in the fall.
Yes.
And not playing spring football. We only got 4 games in, of course, in the spring before the last 2 were.
As I've said, and today was no different. This is like Christmas morning for me.
Yeah.
I woke up. I was ready to go. I was excited.
Yep.
And, I mean, everything may be different. Not everything, but, I mean, it's still football.
Right.
But, I mean, some of the rules may be different. The faces we're seeing on the different sidelines, which we haven't even covered yet. Coach McCormick, of course, Coach McCormick and Coach Roddice go together like, you know, refried beans and rice. And, you know, there's just – they've been together – of the 13 years that I've been doing this, they've been together all but I think 3.
And that was when Coach Mack was at Havana.
And so they've coached against each other twice. But, I mean – that was a completely different separation. Here you're taking players that have been teammates the last, you know, could be 6-7 years depending on where they played, if they played, you know, junior high and even JFL together, that now they're lining up across to each other. You've got best friends in Coach Roddice and Coach McCormick looking each other across the sidelines, and because of that, this is the first annual Iron Spike Bowl.
Yes.
So there's been a trophy made. It's an iron spike. I've seen a picture of it, and the winner of the game tonight will get that traveling trophy.
And that's a 2 schools that, like you said, have such ties to one another and stuff with the coaching staff and stuff that I think that's a really neat idea to get something like that started as, you know, another new tradition here with the 8-man and now the Iron Spike game between these 2 schools.
And, you know, with these 2 being as good of friends as they are, that's not going to die all year long.
Nope.
You're going to be doing something.
Right. You got bragging rights for the rest of the year.
I could see the one coach, they could just be sitting at dinner one time. I'm just like, hey, remember when I won the Iron Spike this year? How was that?
Yeah.
You want to see it? I got a picture of it. It's on my desk.
Also 50-50.
Some familiar names that you will hear for BPC. We have not ran out of the Hensley pool just yet, as we still have Sam Hensley returning, as well as number 42, Shane Shin. And Kenny and I should call him producer Kenny and I were talking before the game when they came out, and that kid has gotten big. Shane Shin was never a small kid to begin with, but he was standing next to another player that was about this comparable height as him, and just the size of him. He has put on some size for this football season.
Saw him last night up at the Fall Festival and thought, yeah, he looked like he's put on some weight and is quite a bit bigger.
So it looks like to start the 2021 football season for the Spartans, they are going to receive back deep for the Spartans is number
16, Sean Link, and
number 20, Jacob Brown. And, of course, doing the kicking, number 5, Jensen Laughlin for the Cyclones. And if you remember back when we did the spring, he got those lime green shoes, and we was watching him watching him kick in pre-games, and I mean, he was kicking the ball about 55 yards in the air. Of course, he's going to be teeing it up here on the 40. So, as you see, the two deep guys for BPC, man, I still want to say BWP for so long.
I was going to say, it's going to probably take some time for us not to say Spartans or BWP.
So, yeah, they're lined up back about the 5-yard line, and he's going to put this probably about the 10-yard line in the air. He's got the wind behind him as well. The whistle is blown, and we are set for game time here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. It's going to be a high kick, fielded at about the 15-yard line. Brown's going to bring it to the outside. He's going to break one arm tackle, cut it back in, break another tackle. Finally,
still on his feet.
Oh, he's going to break another one. He's going to be down the far sideline. The kicker to beat, and the kicker finally going to bring him down, but not before he's into West Prairie territory all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Well, how about that for a start?
Yeah, you're going to have to bear with us at home as we're getting the jinx worked out here. The audio may get a little loud, may get a little soft, but we got Kenny, the producer, back there trying to get the levels just right so we don't blow your speakers out at home.
So BPC going to set up 1st and 10 from about right at the Cyclone 40-yard line.
Right on the 40. Nose of the ball on the 40. Sophomore Carter Chambers going to lead the Spartans up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to be in a kind of a little pistol pro formation. 2 wide receivers, 3 men on the line. Handoff going to go second back through. That is Shane Shin. Lots of running room here to the near side. Runs through 1 tackle and then breaks 2 more tackles. A gain of about 15. All the way down to the 25-yard line.
Shin, like we saw in the spring and back in 2019, is bouncing off the initial contact, bounced off a couple of Cyclone defenders, and a gain of 15 on 1st down at the West Prairie Southeastern 25-yard line.
2 in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, the 3 down linemen. Hensley going to hand off to the second back across. Powell's going to fumble the ball, and I think we're going to lose it on a turnover.
Ben Powell on the carry.
Nope, looks like we did recover it.
Gain of about 5.
Takes the ball for a 5-yard
Helmet put right on the ball, and that popped out right behind Ben. I couldn't see who fell on it, but it was recovered by BPC. Be a 2nd and 5 now. I just saw a lot of white shirts around it when it hit the ground.
And Powell came out without the ball.
Same formation for the Spartans. Be a little toss sweep near side with Shane Shin. Got some blockers and got some room. Going to cut it back inside, break a tackle. Run
Still
through a couple other tackles.
He's inside the 5. Down to about the 4, gain of 16.
Gets it down inside the 5-yard line.
So 2 carries, 31 yards for Shin. Down to the 4-yard line. Going to be 1st and goal now for the Spartans from the West Prairie Southeastern 4-yard line. Shin and Powell in the backfield. Low snap to Hensley. He's just going to take it straight up the middle, and he's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage as the low snap kind of ruined the timing on the play.
Just underway here in the opening quarter, 10:15 to play.
2nd and goal.
Same formation, Hensley at quarterback. Powell and Shin, the 2 backs. Low snap once again. Hensley's going to have to keep it. This time he's going to break a tackle. He's going to lose about 5 yards, though, as that's 2 low snaps in a row.
Be wrapped up by Rand Palmer, 34 for the Cyclones. Back to the 10. It will be a loss of 5.
Yeah, about you can be generous. I would have called that a loss of 6 from the 4 to the 5, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 10 now. And it looks like we're going to go option near side. He should just keep it and run with it. He's going to turn it upfield, dive for the end zone, and there's the indication. Touchdown, Spartans.
So the first score in 8-man history for BPC goes to Sam Hensley on a 10-yard keeper.
Sam Hensley with a 10-yard run.
Well, at least there's one truck out there for the
I was going to say, The
muffler,
muffler mafia sounds a little weak so early on.
2-point conversion attempt going to be a fake handoff to the first back, handoff to Shin, who just runs the would-be tackler over.
And I don't know about you. I thought that maybe there was some movement before the snap, and I think the play was a little slow.
I thought that on the last 2 plays, to be honest with you. It looked like number 11, Eli Leisman, a running back linebacker for the Cyclones, was the one guy that tried to stop him, and he landed on his backside.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 8-0 the score here. The Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on top of the visiting West Prairie Cyclones. Number 34, Brian Bittner to do the kick. He's going to be a kick down to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be picked up by number 34 for the Cyclones. He's going to bounce around looking for some places to run. He's going to have a decent little return before he's finally swung down at about the 38-yard line. So the Cyclones will take over 1st and 10 from their own 38 on their first possession of the contest. Number 2, Ashton Barkley, the quarterback for the Cyclones. They're going to come out under center. Nope, they're going to come out about the same formation except for in tight. It's going to be a handoff near side.
And the carry, that is Palmer.
Number 60, Chris Taylor, in there on the stop. The initial Spartan in there on the stop.
Very short game for the Cyclones. 2nd down.
Number 10, Dalton Horwittle is I guess you'd call him the quarterback of the defense. He's getting the plays in from the sideline for the Spartan defense. Kind of a full house. Pro with the pistol of the quarterback, going to fake it. Quarterback's going to roll out to the right side.
Flag on the play.
He's going to be tackled after a very minimal gain as well. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 depending on what the penalty is. But
Chris Taylor on the stop, number 60 for BPC.
I would say for the most part this is probably in the area of holding once again. So you either
the far judge is signaling and looking back towards the south end zone.
And that would bring up a 2nd and almost 21. You can see Rada saying go ahead and move them back. So we'll replay 2nd down after they mark off the penalty. It should move them back to about the 27-yard line, I'd say, Chris.
Holding is the call against the Cyclones.
That's what it looks like, about the 37 to the 27.
2nd and 20.
Not something you see very often. A helicopter taking off in the background of the field. I believe that was uptown for a demonstration during the Fall Festival.
Right.
2 wide receivers this time. Slant over the middle. It's going to be caught
by Laughlin. He's going to get the penalty yardage back.
I see that's going to get him back to about the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10, it looks like. Nice little slant pattern there from Barkley to
3rd and 9.
To Laughlin. Barkley gets the play from the sideline, comes back with a little bit of limp. Got quite a pronounced limp actually coming up to his possession to take the snap. It's going to be a Oh, going to be a
Reverse.
end around switch.
And Laughlин's going to nice play. Hensley and then Shin, and Laughlin's going to come up about a yard short, you think?
About a yard or two, it looks like, right in front of us here, Chris. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2, it looks like. Nice little end around play. Little pitch sweep back around.
4th and 3.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah. Because BPC with only one player over here on this near side, and good recovery by Hensley and Shin to get back, because I think it was number 16, Link, was the only dark blue jersey over on this side.
4th down here looks like a I-back formation. And it's going to be fumbled ball on the ground, and Barkley's just going to fall on it. So BPC will take over at the 44-yard line of the Cyclones.
And you wonder with some of that, with Barkley, and he's noticeably limping off the field, some of that has got to do with that bad exchange on that center snap.
So after the turnover, Spartans take over 1st and 10. Ball on the Cyclone 44-yard line. They're going to come out, fake the handoff to Shin, roll out, look to pass, and Hensley's going to pull it down, and he's going to keep it now, make one guy miss, take it down the far side of the field, and be brought down at about the 35-yard line.
Gain of about 9.
Clayton Hunt on the tackle.
Nice little evasion tactics there by Hensley as he avoided the rush.
2nd and 1.
Still kept his arm in the throwing motion, though, still looking downfield. Straight handoff to Powell this time. He's going to run past a would-be tackler in the backfield. He's going to get a gain of, we'll call it 5, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Spartans down to the 30-yard line. One of the defenders for the Cyclones was right there in the backfield and just ran right by him.
Jeff, I don't know, but before kickoff, I looked over the chain gang. I'm like, they're too close to the field. I'm like, well, no, now they're not. Going to get a water break here. Water break with 5:45 to play here in the opening quarter. 8-0 lead for the BPC Spartans.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
I'd like to thank Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to the over 68 locations of Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to the McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit press release or get advertising information for locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Bushnell Banking Center, a branch of Raritan State Bank located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking, loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the bank, a friendly service. Call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is your equal housing lender, member FDIC. Spread the field this time, 4 wide receivers, 1 Hensley the lone back. He's going to take the snap, going to look to throw, going to pump fake, pull it down, run down near far sideline. He'll have enough for the 1st down. He's just going to kind of
nice run there at the end, all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he just kind of, I don't want to say tiptoed, but he just kind of gingerly ran down the far sideline until someone finally made contact.
It made a little, maybe, and Sam limping a little bit coming back to the huddle. A little adjustment in the speed, maybe slowed down a step or two and, gained 20 yards on a play that I thought, okay, he's going to get 10 to 15 on.
20-yard gain, 1st down for the Spartans. Handoff's going to go to Shin near sideline.
Wide hole.
He's going to run through one tackler, and Palmer's the last guy, and that's a mismatch, and Shin took advantage of it. Touchdown, Spartans. you could see Shin wind up. He got
Yep.
the shoulder square, and he's like, I'm sorry, guy, but this is going to hurt.
10-yard run for Shane Shin.
5:21 here in the first quarter. That score makes it 14-0. The 2-point conversion on the way here for your BPC Spartans. We're going to come out in a little offset eye, it looks like this time. Handoff straight ahead to Shane Shin. He's going to take it outside. Stiff arm one guy all the way down.
Penalty flag thrown on the play.
I'm not for sure what they're going to call.
I wonder if they're going to call the offensive face mask.
They are, but that's not where his hand was.
No. Ben Wren, I believe number 15, was the defender out there and got a face full of hand from Shane Shin.
Unless it's on somebody else that we don't see, but
Well, they put the 2 points on the board.
on the defense or us? Oh.
Personal foul, face mask.
So
After the score,
producer Kenny
Penalty will be assessed on the
tells
kickoff.
us that he watched the replay and said that my vision's not that good to
No.
see that far away, but the replay says that Shane did have a handful of face mask when he stiff armed him. You can touch it, you can't grab it.
Well, and I guess they are going to enforce it on the kickoff, so the points stand 16-0 for BPC with 5:21 to play here in the opening quarter.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 16-0 the score here.
And Rand Palmer.
Bushnell Prairie City on top of the visiting West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones.
Palmer and
Wait a minute, I'm confused
Kyle
here.
Rhodes back.
Who was the penalty on? Because they just gave us the advantage. If it was on us, it should. You know what? I'm just gonna.
Yeah, because you're right. Because we're teeing the ball up at their 45.
And I don't see anyone
arguing that
point.
point.
You'd think McCormick would be throwing a stink if it was, but I guess maybe there was a face mask somewhere else we didn't see that got called. I don't know. Bittner with the kick. It's going to be a squib kick fielded at about the 10-yard line by
Kyle Rhodes, 27.
Xavier Hilton with the return.
Oh, nope, sorry about that. Xavier Hilton on the return, 21. I saw 2 out there and didn't see the
Brings the ball out.
last digit. So the Cyclones will start first and 10 from their own 25. 5:03 to play here in the opening quarter.
Barkley still in at quarterback for the Cyclones and still with a very pronounced limp going on there. They're going to be in tight in the backfield. Barkley in the pistol. He's going to hand off to he's going to keep it. Try to get outside, but he's just
Nice
got
job.
no mobility with that ankle.
Jacob Brown.
Jake Brown.
Did you see Shane Shin up front on that play? Pushed 2
No gain on the play.
offensive players out of the way basically by himself.
Yeah.
Just put his hands out and out of the way. Barkley noticeably limping. Still, as you said,
He tried to make a cut, and he tried to make a cut on that left foot, which is the one he's kind of
favoring.
and just no mobility to make that cut play. Same formation once again for the Cyclones. This time it's going to go handoff to number 11, and he is brought down in the backfield. He's going to
Eli
lose
Leisman.
5.
Shin and on the stop.
It was almost like as soon as he took the handoff, he got tripped up. That's going to bring up a third and call it 15 for the Cyclones.
For West Prairie Southeastern.
Clock down under 4 to play. 3:58 to go here in the opening quarter.
We're going to spread it out now. Barkley, the lone person in the backfield, and 2 wide receivers each side. Going to be a blitz up the middle, and it's going to be number 60 once again for the Spartans, Chris Taylor. He's going to be in on the sack.
Barkley sacked in the backfield.
It's going to be a loss of about 4, it looks like.
Ben Powell coming on the far side to put the pressure on, and Taylor able to roll right up through the middle.
Yep.
And it's going to be a 4th, and scoreboard says 15. That's got to be more like 17 or 18.
Yeah, it's about 18, 4th and 18 for.
Ball at the 16, Cyclone 16.
Call it that.
Lot one back to punt. Link and Brown back at about their own 45. I'm telling you, with this wind, if Jensen gets one, it's going to go over their heads.
We'll see how this punt goes.
Low
Decent snap. Left foot, and it's a nice spiraling punt, going to be fielded at the 50. A little over-the-shoulder catch. Makes the first guy miss. Near sideline. Brown's going to run the next guy over down to the 39-yard line.
Stop made by 42.
Clayton Hunt.
Another good return. Brown with a good opening kickoff return. And a good punt return. And now BPC with their 3rd offensive set to start inside Cyclone territory here in the first quarter.
Just had a flashback from running by the guy trying to catch the punt and return it. Coach yelling out, "You break down," as you just run right by him. As you're just too quick to get down there. Spartans right to the line of scrimmage. A little offset eye. Hand off to Shane Shin near side. He's got a whole lot of running room. Stiff arm the first guy. Cuts it. Tried to cut it back inside, but nowhere to go.
Going to take it down close to a first down. Gain of almost 10.
Yeah, we're going to give him a gain of about 9 3/4 on that one. Down in
4 carries, 50 yards on the contest.
He's inside the 30, down to just about the 29-yard line. He's going to be just short of the 29 because the first down's at the 29. 2:42 remaining here in the first quarter. Offset eye now to the opposite side. Handoff. Nope, going to fake it to Shin. Hensley going to pull it down, just kind of look for some running room, and
got the first down and gain about 4 or 5.
Looks like about a gain of 3, Chris, where they're going to mark it.
Palmer on the stop.
This brings up a 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Going to go to the split backfield this time. 2 wide receivers. A little quick pitch to Powell. He's going to be hitting the backfield, but he's going to get some momentum and get forward.
Ball popping out after on the ground.
Give him a gain of about 2.
2 or 3.
Bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. Ball inside, just short of the 25-yard line.
Clock under 2 minutes to go. 1:55 to play here in the opening quarter.
I looked at it, and I'm like, well, there's nothing on the – get the upright, right on the 1. 3 wide receivers this time. Handoff to Powell straight up the middle. He's going to put his shoulder down as he runs into about 4 white jerseys, and he's going to power his way forward down to the 20-yard line.
Gain of 5.
It's going to bring up a 3rd, and we're going to call it a long 3.
Gain of 5. 3rd down.
Power eye to the right with the 2 wide receivers. Fake the handoff to Powell, and it goes to Shin. He's got nothing but running room outside. He's going to break a few tackles. Finally get drugged down from behind, but not before he's down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line, it looks like.
Xavier Hilton on the stop from behind. A 19-yard gain for Shin. 69 yards on 5 carries. BPC with a chance to add some more with a minute to go, up 16-0 here in this opening quarter.
We're going to go offset eye to the left this time. Handoff to Shin. He's got nothing but real estate in front of him. Untouched into the end zone.
Touchdown, Spartans!
Makes the score 22-0 here at the 45-second mark in the first quarter.
So that's 2 touchdowns for Shin on the night.
split backfield with two wide receivers here for the extra point attempt. Going to be a little quick pitch to Powell around the far sideline. He's going to turn his wheels on. Ooh, he got
rocked, but
he got decked right at the goal line, but he's going to be in.
But he's in and makes it 24-0.
Ben Powell on the carry.
So with 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it is a 24-0 lead for the BPC Spartans over West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Palmer and Wren back for the Cyclones. Bittner on the kick. It's going to be a high kick. Going to be fielded just inside the 20. Can return straight up the middle. Nice return there for the Cyclones. He's going to get it across the 40 up to about the 44-yard line. So some of the better field position tonight so far for the Cyclones. 24-0 the score here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. Opening night of the first ever annual Iron Spike Bowl between the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans and the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones.
From the Cyclone 49.
Best field position of the night for West Prairie Southeastern.
They're going to come out the line in tight. Two backs. Handoff to number 11. And
there's Taylor again.
Taylor once again in the backfield, and he has him 5 yards behind the line to scrimmage as he took the handoff.
Number 16, Chris Taylor.
Stop forward progress at the
39. It's a loss of, give him a loss of 5 on that. It's probably a loss of 4.5, but. As soon as Leisman took the handoff, he was wrapped up.
And that's been kind of a theme for both the BPC defense and the West Prairie Southeastern offense is Chris Taylor in the backfield several times here, and that's going to end the opening quarter of play with BPC on top, 24-0.
West Prairie Southeastern 0. Don't forget to...
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
End of the first quarter, 24-0 the score here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. I'd like to thank McDonough Telephone Cooperative. The West Prairie and BPC game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone Fiber Internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Chris, you got any first quarter stats there you want to?
Yeah, we can run down some of the individual stats. Shane Shin was 6 carries for BPC with 6 carries, 2 touchdowns, and 70 yards. Ben Powell 4 carries for 18, and Sam Hensley 6 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. Shin also with 2 two-point conversion runs in that quarter for BPC as they lead at 24-0 as we head get ready to head to the second quarter here at Bushel Prairie City High School.
Get a chance, I'll thank another one of our sponsors that make all this available. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay of the county and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and best in-home appliance repair in the area. For if you need to furnish your home and replenish the old ones, stop and see them at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at mbfurnitureiNc.com. You can also call at 772-2111. So 2nd and 15 for the Cyclones from their own 39-yard line. As we start the second quarter here from Bushnell Prairie City High School, 24-0 the score. Spartans on top. Looks like an I-back formation. Barkley's going to be under center, it appears. Going to be a toss sweep near side. Leisman on the carry, but he's going to be knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 4, maybe 3. Gain of about 4 on that one. We'll bring up a 3rd and what? 11? That's a long 11.
Just underway second quarter, 11:54 to play.
I backfield once again. Toss sweep to the far side this time with Leisman. He's going to try to cut it back up field, and he's going to have a gain of about 4 again, it looks like. It's going to bring up a 4th and call it 7 now for the Cyclones.
And Powell on the stop, number 8.
Looks like they're going to come out with the offense here on 4th and call it 7. Going to look to pass. He's going to look for a slant rat, and it's going to be intercepted by Powell. He's got some blue shirts in front of him down the near sideline. Cuts it back, cuts another cut back. Oh, tripped up by the last. Barkley, the only person left to prevent the touchdown, and he did his job.
But a good return by Powell after the pick, and he's going to take it down inside the 30.
Almost to the 26.
And we're going to get a
timeout
BPC.
10:58 mark here in the second quarter. 24-0 the score here from Bushnell Prairie City High School.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I would say that one of the most rewarding aspects of being an obstetrician is being present at the delivery of a baby. It's mostly a joyous occasion, and it's just so much fun to be a part of that.
Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell for over 100 years. Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community needs for personal and business bank, as well as home and agricultural lending, and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street in Bushnell, or the drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC equal housing lender. And Heil Enterprises. Heil Enterprise Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. Second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by to see Danny or Travis on Route 41, South Prairie City, or call 309-775-3333. We didn't get a chance. I'm going to throw it in there now because our pregame went by so quick, but JoJo's up on Cole Street was our pregame sponsor. What short pregame we have, so he'll also be our postgame sponsor, and we'll get to that one and the postgame, but just wanted to give him a mention here real quick.
Watch the games on the big screens up there at JoJo's.
Yep.
At Pawnee, Bushnell Prairie City at Pawnee. 7 o'clock game time on week 9.
Week 9, 7 o'clock game time, all the way in Pawnee.
Yes, sir.
I might be late to work that night.
That is going to be a little change for us, a little longer travels. was regaling the guys at lunch today about our River Valley trip a few years ago, and I swore I had nightmares and started convulsing when I drove by the school here about a month ago up there.
We're going to come out with a spread field, 4 wide receivers. Hensley, the lone back. He's going to avoid the would-be rush. Going to dump it off underneath to number 10 for the Spartans.
That's a touchdown.
And that is Dalton Horwittle on the reception, and the 26-yard touchdown for the Spartans. Hensley did a nice job at avoiding the rusher off the initial snap. Took a step forward and avoided him and hit Horwittle down the seam for the touchdown.
.26 yards on that pass to Horwittle.
Handoff was to Horwittle up the middle. The 2-point conversion is no good, so 30-0 is the score here. 10:49 remaining in the first half.
I feel honored for those patients who have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
I tell you what, Chris, watching or hearing the countdown for the jumping jacks that the cheerleaders are doing reminds me, man, it's probably been 23 years ago when Western played Iowa Wesleyan.
Yep.
And the cheerleaders there would do push-ups, and it was like 90.
Yeah, I remember I was at that game.
94-0.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We got free tickets. All the local high school football teams got to go to that game for free. So I want to say it was like my junior year, but we just remember they got up to the 80s, and the cheerleaders just like, oh, really? You got to do all these push-ups again. Bittner has it teed up on the 40-yard line. Line drive kick down the center of the field. Going to take a good little skip there at the feet of the would-be return man. He's going to pick it up and get brought down at about the 36-yard line.
Kramer on the stop for BPC. On a very warm evening. There was a little wind earlier, but not much moving in here, at least in the press box right now.
And as you say that, there
the wind
it is.
Picks up, yeah. Here we go.
The flag starts blowing out there on the north end.
10:42 to play here in the opening half.
We're going to come out in an I-back formation once again. Barkley's going to be under center. It's going to be a toss sweep to the far side with Leisman. He's going to get wrapped up and finally brought down.
I think Sean Link, 16, might have been the first blue jersey, kind of disrupted the play, and I didn't see who
it was. 42, Shane Shin.
Shane Shin again? Well, there's a surprise.
Got a hand on him and was able to keep that one hand on him and drag him down for the tackle.
Loss of 2 on the play?
Sure. Back to the 35-yard line.
Well, good job there by Link to kind of redirect the runner. He didn't, like I said, didn't make the tackle, but got out there, changed his direction, and forced the running back into the path of Shane Shin. So we got a stoppage on the field.
Little equipment timeout. The shoulder pad on the far receiver was under, the shirt was up over the top of it. Going to drop back, look to pass, going to arrow one out down the near sideline. I tell you what, the defender got caught looking in the backfield, as that was number receiver did, but Brown got caught looking in the backfield. If it would have been a little better throw, that could have been a big play for him.
That'll stop the clock with 9:56 to play here in the first half.
Third and long now for the Cyclones here. Split backfield. Going to drop back, look to pass again, pump fake, throw it over the middle,
Picked.
right to number 22 for, that's Huffman, I believe. Dalton Huffman. He's going to break a tackle, run the wrong direction. Now kick it back the other way. We're going to have a flag, but he's finally going to get brought down at about the 38-yard line. We'll probably have a block in the back,
That's
though.
what I'm guessing. Huffman ran what? I don't know how many yards backwards to get back to about, well, maybe about 5 or 6 more yards from where he actually picked the ball off, but officials talking on the far side. And it's going to be on BPC.
Saw the far line judge motion of the umpire, blocking the back. Oh, holding.
That's the first penalty on BPC tonight.
Well, we think. We still don't know what that face mask was.
Yeah, well, true. That should have been, but was, I don't know what happened on that kickoff. But anyway, 10-yard mark off, and this will be the first time BPC is going to start in their own territory with an offensive set at their nose just beyond the 45-yard line in BPC territory.
Yeah, tail of the ball right on, as Chris said, right at the 45. So the interception by Huffman is good after the penalty mark off. The 1st and 10 Spartans, they're going to come out with an offset power I. He's going to hand off to the first back through. He's going to Powell once again. I tell you what, he almost lost the ball, but
did a good job of hanging on to that Jensen Laughlin with the contact.
Gain of 4.
Jensen Laughlin.
Laughlin did a good job of making the initial contact and hanging on to Powell. Like I said, Ben doing a good job of getting that football because I saw the same thing from my spot. And I was like, oh, that ball, but did a good job of hanging on to it in a gain of 4.
He went from running back to ball protector, all in a quick motion there. Oh, back up, Bittner. You're too far. There you go. Hand off to number 10. That is Horwittle up the middle. That's going to be a gain, very minimal gain. It'll bring up a 3rd, and we're going to call it 6 still for the Spartans.
Clock down under 8:50 to play here in the opening half.
4 wide receivers this time. Hensley going to drop back, look to throw, going to air one out.
Got
He's
man open.
overthrew a wide open Ben Powell. He puts a little bit of air under that one and let Ben run under it, and we've got a touchdown.
Yep.
Bring up 4th down.
First 4th down for the Spartans tonight.
Like I said, that's on the money. That's 6 because Powell's got about 10 yards of separation on that far side. Sam just a little too much zip on that one, and BPC's going to go for it here on 4th and 6. 8:34 to go on the clock.
4 wide receivers once again. Right over the middle, and once again overthrew, and it's going to be intercepted.
Palmer.
Hensley's pass intercepted by number 34.
I tell you what, and that's that's one thing that it's 30-0 here, and if Coach Rodas wants to have some things on film to look at, the receiver, the ball was thrown behind him, and he just quit and gave up and stood there. And after they ran by him, then he realized, oh, wait a minute, this is still a live ball.
Yeah, he thought maybe it was going to hit the deck or, be a dead ball. So West Prairie Southeastern with their best offensive position of the night, set up 1st and 10 at the Spartan 43-yard line.
Looks like Tariq Hopping coming in, getting some playing time here in the first half. Going to fake the handoff and come outside with it, and he's going to get tripped up after a gain of about 4, it looks like. Barkley on the run there.
Number 1 on the stop.
That's going to be Lane Huffman.
And
gain of 3.
Gain of 3.
I'll tell you what, I got my earphones on and all the playing going on, and I can still hear.
I was just going to make that comment.
I can hear Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters uptown at the Fall Festival rocking out. You don't even need a halftime show.
Nope. Clock under 7:50 to play, 7:45 to go. 2nd and 7 for the Cyclones.
Snap back to Barkley. He's going to look to throw it down the near sideline. He's going to air it out once
man
again.
Open. Oh.
Number 16 this time for the Spartans. Sean Link watching the backfield and not watching the receiver.
Laughlin just off his hands.
Dropped it.
That'll stop the clock with 7:36 to play. 3rd and 7 for West Prairie Southeastern at the BPC 39.
I think that's twice now that BWP defenders, if you run with your guy, you're probably going to come up with an interception or at least be able to knock the ball away, but they're busy looking in the backfield, and the guys are running right by them. That may going to air it out.
Coverage over there by Brown this time. This pass falls.
Number 22, Jesse Johnson.
Jesse Johnson once again. Brown on the coverage, and
a little better coverage that time.
A little better. I keep forgetting that face guarding is no longer a flag because I'm just like, that's a pass interference. Oh,
right.
no, it's not.
Yeah, he didn't, right, because Brown really didn't.
He didn't make an attempt to look to find the ball at all.
Right. Pass a little underthrown by Barkley.
So brings up a big 4th down here, 7:29 remaining in the first half. Going to drop back, look to pass, got time, throws it, just overshot Laughlin once again.
Coverage by Link.
It'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 40-yard line.
Turnover on downs. 1st down, Spartans.
See a little change up here at quarterback. Dalton Huffman in at quarterback now for the Spartans. He's going to hand off to Ben Powell near side. Ben's going to spin off the first tackler. He's going to get a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 now for the Spartans.
Tackled by number 14, Aiden Horn. Gain of 5.
You got to ask yourself if Rodis and McCormick weren't the friends that they are. Do you see him putting in these is pretty much his JV, and now 30-0 the score. Huffman going to fake the first handoff, going to take it out on the far sideline. He's going to beat the first would-be tackler, spin off of him. A little
nice
juke move back outside, and he's going to have the first down.
Gain of about.
Give him a gain of 9. All the way down inside the Cyclone 50, down to about the 47, 46-yard line.
And a water break. Nope, timeout. West Prairie Southeastern with 6:38 to play. First half, BPC on top, 30-0.
Well, we were camping. And then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. The Spartans on top of the visiting West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones, 30-0. 6:38 remaining here in the first half. United Community Bank services are designed to keep you in the game when you're on the go with online and mobile banking. That's nothing but net. To friendly services you can count on from the leaders of the community banking. Choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Visit locations near you with branches in Bushnell, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is a member of FDIC. I love it when the reads are basketball reads.
Mm-hmm. We can always change those around a little bit, I suppose.
Next time I'll have to pay more attention and do it on the fly, I guess. Rosie's Pizza offering something for everyone with pasta sandwiches and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out, 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101.
Zeta Crandall, Jaden Chenoweth, Cameron Briggs, Peyton Cameron, Kenley Sharp, Caitlin Waldo.
So back to action here. 1st and 10, ball on the 47 for BWP. Huffman in at quarterback for the Spartans. He's going to keep it. Got a little option run here. Going to pitch it back to the pitch man. That's Powell. Powell's going to be forced out of bounds, but not before he gets to about the just shy of the 40-yard line. Give him a gain of 6. 7?
And Emily Hickenbottom.
Gain of 6.
We'll give him 6. Powell 7 carries 32 yards on the evening. And a 2-point conversion run.
Ben Powell with a run.
Split backfield, 2 wide receivers. Huffman with the second back through. It's Horwittle, ball on the ground.
I think he got on it.
Horwittle was able to get back on it. Little fumble on the exchange on the handoff. Gained a half yard. Bring up a 3rd and called a long 4 now for the Spartans.
6:10 to play here in the opening half.
Split backfield, 2 wide receivers. Little pitch sweep, little delayed pitch sweep. Ben Powell ran one guy over, and that's going to give him the first down.
That was Palmer that tried to make the hit. He made the tackle, but after he got rolled by Powell, gain of, I'll give Powell another 6 on the play and another BPC first down. Ball down to the 36-yard line of West Prairie Southeastern.
I couldn't tell if that was 25 or 34 on the tackle.
It was Palmer,
Was
34,
it?
yeah.
Okay. I saw 25 getting up right there, too, so. Huffman on the quarterback draw.
Hang on to the ball. He'll be wrapped up by Palmer and Carter Hitz, number 4.
Looks like a gain of about 3 for. Oh, Arnie.
Being generous.
Arnie being generous.
Second down.
Down to 5:10 to play here in the first half.
Split backfield once again for the Spartans. Low snap, and it's going to lead to a bad handoff, but it's going to be picked
right up to Powell, and he's going to maybe score.
Spin off one, spin off another, and down inside the 5, down to around the 2-yard line.
Just like you drew it up, right?
Kemper's down to about the 3-yard line.
Gain of 30 for Powell.
Down for the Spartans.
Low snap, bad handoff, fumble, right back up to the running back's arm, 30-yard gain. That's the
nothing but net, right?
That's the second sheet, 4 rows down on the playbook.
That's something you're telling me. That's way down the playbook.
Yep. Yeah, that's
okay.
Right past Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
1st and goal now for the Spartans. Huffman's just going to have to keep it on another low snap. He's going to try to keep it around the far sideline, and he will have it in for another Spartan touchdown. 4:37 remaining here in the first half still. 36-0 the score on the Dalton Huffman touchdown.
Line it up for 2. That score coming again with 4:37 to play here in the first half.
Better snap this time. A little quick pitch to Horwittle near sideline. Is that Powell? Yep, that is Powell.
And he's in.
I think I looked at his lead blocker and said that he had the ball. So with the 2-point conversion, that'll make it 38-0 now.
36, Cyclones 0.
Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street. Good Hope, just east of the elementary school. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 10 to 4 p.m. for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow our Facebook page for their daily updates. Currently taking orders for whole and half lamb freezer meat. Grover and Mary Joe DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybean, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all the PPC athletes a good luck this season. MTC Communications, having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone services, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. So,
Brian Bittner teeing it up for the Spartans.
Am I wrong on the score here?
It is 38.
It is. It's 38-0 the score here. .437 remaining here in the first half. Kickoff's going to be a squib kick up the middle. It's going to be hard to field at first. Going to be picked up, returned up the middle. Big return here, number 21, all the way up to about the 50-yard line. Evan Pierce on the return.
That'd be 21 for West Prairie.
I guess I have my. Let me try that again. My papers got switched. 21 Xavier Hilton. How's that?
There we go. The ball right at the midfield stripe, 50-yard line, 4:29 to go here, first half.
Cyclone's going to come out with a split backfield. It's going to be a fake to handoff inside, then a pitch outside to Leisman. But he's going to be wrapped up by number 16.
Link.
Eli Leisman.
Gain of maybe 2.
Around the near side.
Couldn't move my head, Chris. I was stuck.
Tackled by Peyton Mason. Gain of 2.
Gain of 2, so 2nd and 8 for West Prairie Southeastern.
I feel like Leisman's due to break one, though. He's just got some speed, and he's just barely missed a few of them. This handoff's going to go to Palmer off the far side, and Shane Shin's going to stop him from getting any further, but he's still going to get a gain of about 10 yards and a first down for the Cyclones. So 1st and 10 now for West Prairie Southeastern. Ball on the BPC 37-yard line. I think this is the deepest that the Cyclones have been into Spartan territory tonight. Handoff to Leisman. There's a hold. There.
Shane threw the hands up, and a good job.
Everyone saw that hold.
Yeah. Well, Shane helped it by throwing his hands up as he got held twice. Stop made by number 1 for BPC, Lane Huffman.
Is it fair to say that the kid tried to tackle him, but it didn't even work on defense trying to tackle Shane Shin?
Nope.
So that's going to move him back to the 47-yard line. Actually, it might even be a little bit further back. Nope.
Right.
Guess they got
right at the 47.
Got the hold right on the line of scrimmage. I thought it might, if it was in the backfield a little bit, it'd be from the spot foul. But so it's going to bring up a first, and we're going to say 20.
3:24 to play, first half.
High snap, no one to hand it off to. He's going to try to keep it and just
flag on that play. Still,
but I tell you what, he's going to bring it back. Barkley's going to bring it back.
Shane trying to punch the ball out from behind. Play's going to get down inside the 35 to about the 32, 33, but there's a couple of flags.
Holding against the Cyclones is the call.
That'll push it back into Cyclone territory.
Yep. So
right at the line of scrimmage on that one, too.
So it
That
went
moved to
from 1st and 10 inside BWP territory. Like I said, their best field position of the night.
43.
So
and timeout. Officials timeout.
They were down all the way to the the BPC 37-yard line. Now they're all the way back to their own 43-yard line. Timeout. Cyclones.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
And we're back here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. Chris got some scores from around the area.
Trying to find some scores from around the area, and I'm completely using a baseball analogy, striking out.
Well, the score here is 38-0, 3:09 remaining here in the first half. After consecutive holding penalties, after the Cyclones got all the way down inside the 40-yard line of the Spartans, they are now pushed all the way back to their own 48-yard line, about 47-yard line actually. Correction, 43-yard line. So first and a country mile now for the Cyclones. Option play here near side. Barkley going to fake the pitch and then get brought down after a gain of about 4, it looks like.
Tackle inbounds by number 60, Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor on the stop. Also Bittner.
So it brings up a 2nd and 26.
Gain of 3 for Barkley. Under 3 to play, 2:37 and counting here first half. 38-0 lead for the BPC Spartans.
2 wide receivers. Nope, they're going to split it all out now. 4 wide receivers. Barkley going to look to pass. Under pressure immediately, and down he goes.
Guess who?
Shane Shin all the way in there for the sack back around the 40-yard line.
40-yard line.
The ball is, they're going to place it right on the 40-yard line. So a
loss of 7.
Yep. So a 3rd and 10, 33, 32.
It's a 3rd and a lot.
It's about 3rd and half the distance back to West Prairie.
Clock down to a minute 30 to play.
Going to drop back, look to pass. He's going to avoid first pressure, but nothing but blue jerseys,
Taylor
nowhere to go.
And Shin.
I think Shin just kind of stood there over him, just like, yeah, just fall down, man.
Initial pressure, I believe, by Wyatt Hodgkins up the middle. 73 made the initial pressure on Barkley, and it's going to set up 4th and 33. We'll call it no gain, no loss. It's like Huffman, Lane Huffman, and Sean Link back for the punt from Jensen Laughlin.
Going to punt into the win this time. And
it's
a fake.
And he's going to get it up across the 50. Gain of about 13, but still going to be a turnover on downs.
Going to be well short of the first down. Like Chris said, turnover on downs here. 33.7 seconds remaining in the first half. A first half that has taken
an hour.
A long time.
So BPC will take over with 33.7 seconds to play.
Hensley back in at quarterback. Little spin move by Ben Powell that he's going to run the would-be tackler over. Once again, that's Palmer than the
7 or 8.
Palmer on the receiving end of the, I guess, bruteness you call it, as he just runs him over again.
Called a gain of 6. That's going to put Powell at 10 carries, 74 yards on the night. Leading ball carrier for BPC in the first half. And that will probably be the final play clock, down under 3 seconds. Nope, we're going to get one off.
Going to a little toss up to Horwittle. He's going to take it around the far sideline, and he could get it into the end zone. One guy to beat, and as the horn sounds, he's going to go in from 44 yards and the touchdown.
With a 44-yard touchdown run for the Spartans.
Well, now you got a little couple extra trucks down there. A little more of the Muffler Mafia down there.
So coming with no time on the clock, 43-yard run for Dalton Hortwittle, and 44-0 lead pending the 2-point conversion out of BPC. Hensley's going to keep it himself.
He's going to cut it up and have it in for the 2-point conversion. That'll bring the first half to an end. 46-0 the score. Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on top of the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. Me and producer Kenny going back and forth on who's first.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
2021 Spartan Marching Band, led by drum
Welcome back here to halftime as the marching band takes the field. Got one halftime update. At halftime, it's Rushville Industries 16, Macomb 8. Of course, the score here at the half, 46-0. BPC on top of the West Prairie Southeastern McDonough District Hospital. Athletic trainers and MDH rehabilitation centers with locations in Bushnell, Macomb provide expert help to Cyclone and Spartan student athletes and the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring.
Greatest songs of all time. Everybody needs
We're going to
Somebody
step aside
Love
once
was
again
originally recorded in 1964
so that way
by
you guys
Solomon
can
Burke.
hear the
It has also been recorded by the
BPC
Rolling
marching band.
Stones and Wilson Pickett and performed in concert by Led Zeppelin, Genesis, and Jerry Garcia. But the most famous performance may have been by a band that didn't really exist. Jake and Elwood Blues performed this song in the 1980 movie The Blues Brothers. Please enjoy Everybody Needs Somebody to Love.
That was the Bushnell Prairie City Marching Band.
Get out your 50-50
Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for your free quote today.
Winning number is 638 356.
And thank you for voting McDonough District a Rehabilitation Center as a best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best 2017, 18, 19, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Chris, we're about 9. Is that a 9 or a 5? It's a 9. Got 9 minutes left here in the halftime. 46-0 the score here. Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on top of the visiting West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. And I'm guessing you probably have a few stats.
I do. Unofficially, I have BPC with 28 carries for 242 yards and 8.6 yard per carry average. 1 passing attempt for 3, 1 out of 3 passing for Sam Hensley. Did have 1 pass interception, 26 yards, but that 1 catch was a touchdown. 268 yards unofficially for BPC. For West Prairie Southeastern, 16 carries, 25 yards, 1.6 per carry average in the first half. 1 of 8 passing, 2 interceptions, 10 yards, 35 yards of offense. Again, unofficially for the Cyclones in the first half. Running down the individual stats. First for the BPC Spartans, Ben Powell, actually your leading carrier. Shane Shin with a couple of touchdowns in the first half, but Powell 10 carries for 74 yards. Shane Shin 6 carries for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns.
September 18th, join us. VFW Music Trivia.
Let's see what else we have here. I got Sam Hensley with 6 carries for 38 yards and a score. Dalton Horwittle, 3 carries for 44 yards and a touchdown. Of course, got the score right at the end of the first half. And Dalton Huffman, 3 carries for 16 yards, also a touchdown for Dalton Huffman. Sam Hensley, again, 1 of 3, 26 yards. That 1 touchdown pass was the 26-yard completion from Hensley to Horwittle. So you got Shane Shin with 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions in the first half. Dalton Horwittle, a couple touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. Dalton Huffman with a touchdown run. Ben Powell with a couple of 2-point conversion runs. Hensley with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion run. So all in all, a good, successful start for BPC here to start the 8-man era of Spartan football. 46-0 BPC on top here at the half. As we said, next week the Spartans will play host to Farmer City Blue Ridge. The Knights, I believe, is their mascot. That was, as we talked a little bit in the pregame, Jeff, it was supposed to be North Fulton on the schedule for week 2 here, but North Fulton not having enough players to field a varsity squad. So Farmer City will make the trek across state to play here at Bushnell Prairie City High School next Friday night. We'll run down that schedule here for you in just a second. The remaining schedule. We said the new era of 8-man football here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. We're going to see a few familiar foes and a lot of foes that we have not seen ever. As we said, Farmer City Blue Ridge will come to BPC next Friday night for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Week 3 sees the Spartans travel on a Saturday for a 1 o'clock kickoff at Biggsville West Central. And another away game on the 17th at Peoria Heights. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on a Friday night. Homecoming September 24th against Galva. The Wildcats, I believe, is their mascot. And they will be here for the Week 5 contest and the homecoming contest. Then BPC is going to hit the road the next 2 weeks, October 1st, all the way to Decatur Lutheran. That will be the longest, one of the longer away games, as BPC is going to have 3 very long away games to end the season. That game on October 1st at Decatur Lutheran. Then a Saturday 6 o'clock scheduled kickoff at Kincaid South Fork. That is, we were talking, as south of Springfield. Home on the Saturday the 16th for a 1 o'clock kickoff with, you talk about a track, Freeport Aquin, coming down from just out west of the Rockford area, will come down for a Saturday afternoon game on the 16th at 1 o'clock. And then the regular season ends up with a trip to Pawnee on the 22nd for a 7 o'clock kickoff.
You know, and I don't know if he's listening tonight, but, you know, we've got a former Spartan that's a pilot and has a plane. Be a lot easier to get to Pawnee that way.
Sorry, I'm over here like choking to death. Yeah, that would be a little bit of faster trip for us, wouldn't it? A lot faster trip.
I mean, so just under 4 minutes here to go at halftime. Both teams coming back out on the field here to do their halftime warm-ups. Then we'll be back to start the second half. Of course, second half will start with and continue to have a running clock now that there's a 40-point difference in score.
Right.
46-0 is the score here.
And that continues over from 11,
Yep.
regular 11-man football.
So 46-0 the score here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. Bushnell BPC to kick off to West Prairie Southeastern to start the second half. Producer Kenny, you got some advertisements you want to throw at us?
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
We love here in our clinic having kids come in and feel welcome and at home. To have kids who are excited to come in and see us, who we can make the doctor's office be less scary for them. That's what really makes every day worthwhile.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit, and all the providers and staff are putting the patient first.
Bushnell Prairie City High School here live on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Just about 1 minute to go here till, I think we'll probably have to throw the 3-minute warm-up back on. I think that hasn't changed. So we're approximately 4 minutes away from game time here, even though both teams, I think, are ready to go.
BPC heading to their sidelines. West Prairie Southeastern already over on theirs.
Yeah, I say, let's both teams are ready. No need to
stretch this out another minute or two.
As my former football coach used to say, there's no sense in prolonging the inevitable.
Yep.
So I say we get it started, but then again, we don't have that say. We just get to stand here and tell them what they're doing. So
exactly.
I mean, even the officials are in there. Like, if our officials are there, like, I'm ready. So
chain crew's over there. They're ready.
I think we're about to start here. I don't think we're going to do another warm-up. I have a feeling that we're I could be wrong. I mean, that official could signal the old 3 minutes up here but we'll see. As we said, BPC to kick off to start the second half. The official's waiting for the time to run down, and we'll see what he says right now. He does say 3 minutes, so we will do the 3-minute warm-up.
Dang it.
I'll still take the 3-minute over the 30-minute that was put on there. Once again, I'd like to take time to thank all of our sponsors. Without you, we wouldn't be able to bring these live streams week in and week out. And it's just going to be the beginning of the busy schedule, as I know that not only are we going to cover the Friday night football games, but I do believe the the JV football games on Monday, volleyball games. There was some other things on there. I know Coach Snyder, who's down on the far side, he's trying to get Dwayne to cover some golf on the live stream. I'll sit out there I would sit out there, but I'm afraid that I'd get one off the dome or something. And
maybe we can get some. Can we get some Spartan like hard hats, Coach?
I'm going to need mine with the dual.
Yeah,
and the straws
the dual drink holders.
Yes, exactly. Yep, he knew exactly what we needed down there. I know he just put it on there the other night. There was
some baseball in the spring.
Yep.
And softball.
Both basketball.
Yep.
I know some softball games. Okay, West Prairie volleyball.
And I believe also West Prairie basketball for both sports, but I could be wrong on that one.
Okay, so sounds like West Prairie and BPC try to get most of the major sports are going to be covered this year. So, Chris, you're going to be busy.
No, I'm not.
See, bus throw under.
And you drive a bus. That's even more helpful.
I wonder what that dump was. You know what? I haven't drove. Last year with everything with the way it was, I didn't drive, and now that we don't co-op, I don't take the kids to practice. So I'm in title only. I'm not practicing. So
You're a non-practicing bus driver now?
I am. It just says I have the passenger endorsement on my license now. That's all it's good for. Although I did offer my services in case no one wants to drive the 2.5 hours to Pawnee or something like that. I'm going that way anyways. I can help out.
Yeah.
So, all right, 30 seconds down till kickoff to start the second half. 46-0 to score here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. Spartans to kick off.
See who's back deep for West Prairie Southeastern. Well, it's like 14. Aiden Horn and 21 Xavier Hilton back deep. Bittner with the approach.
Bittner's kick can be a line drive kick, going to be fielded about the 25-yard line on the far sideline. He's going to bring it up towards the middle of the field, break a few would-be tacklers.
14, a good run.
He's going to be across midfield down to the Spartan 40.
Aiden Horn,
40
freshman.
Horn with the return.
43-yard line of the Spartans. He takes it down to, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Spartan 43-yard line. Second best field position that the Cyclones have had tonight. We come out the split backfield, still tight end on the line. Handoff going to go up the middle.
Palmer, the ball carrier.
Palmer, the carrier. He's going to have a gain of about
4-yard gain for Palmer.
4 yards. Looks more like 3 yards to me.
Shin with the stop.
Bring up a 2nd and 7.
Shin on the stop, as you heard Coach Arnold say.
So let's see what Coach McCormick had for them at halftime, see if they come out and be able to put some points on the board here to start. Going to be a handoff up the middle, kind of a delayed handoff. Timing was off a little bit, but still going to get a gain of about 2, it looks like.
That's 22.
Jesse Johnson.
Gain of 2 for Aiden Horn.
Oh, 14.
They're going to say Aiden Horn on the carry. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and call it 5 now for the Cyclones. Spartan defense trying to keep the shutout intact. High snap, delayed handoff, and the timing was all sorts of messed up on that one. There's going to be a loss of about 6 yards.
That was Horn.
Number 42,
Be Taylor and
Shin
in there on the stop. It's going to bring up now a 4th and 11 for the Cyclones.
Clock under 10 to play. As we said, we do have continual clock here in the second half. 9:35 to play.
Sometimes you get the younger running backs in there, and the timing's going to be off from the guys that you're used to handing the ball off to, and that's what it looks like here. Barkley, the timing just a little bit off, and the defense able to take advantage of it. Going to drop back, look to pass, guy down the middle. He's going to be under pressure now, going to try to roll out, escapes the would-be
Taylor.
Now he's got a whole lot more in front of him, and that's Shane Shin, and I don't think you're going to get away
Taylor,
from him.
I think, injured himself. Maybe. Nope. Yeah, he's limping pretty good.
Turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs all the way back to the Cyclone 44-yard line.
Looks like it's just maybe a cramp issue with Taylor down here on the near sideline.
See where the coach is working on him. I don't see our athletic trainer down there anywhere.
It's Coach Rada's working on him.
So we were short a player. Here comes Powell there towards the end. Handoff's going to go to Shin on the far side, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield, and he's going to be wrapped up by 6 of the 8 players on the field, and they bring him down for a loss of about 2, 3 maybe.
Down for a loss of 2.
Other than the 1-yard touchdown run, that's the best stop on Shin carrying the football here tonight. So 2nd down and 12 for BPC. The ball at the 46 of the Cyclones.
Handoff this time to Powell. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe an extra yard there, so it's a gain of 3 for Powell. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Leisman on the stop.
Eli Leisman with the tackle. Gain of 2. 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
Split backfield for Hensley. Handoff to Shen around the far side. Nothing but green grass in front of him. And he's going to have one guy to beat. He's just going to use his speed down the sideline. 44-yard touchdown run for Shane Shin. That'll make the score 52-0.
And that's going to put Shin over 100 yards, 112 on 8 carries. So the 3rd touchdown of the night for Shane Shin. This one from 44 yards out.
Two-point conversion on the way for BPC. Handoff up the middle to 22. Huffman. He's going to keep fighting.
Good hustle from the...
Some good fight right there. He's not going to make it in. He's finally going to be drugged down.
Palmer.
2-point try is no good.
So 2-point conversion, no good. 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter here on the continuous clock. 52-0 the score. The Spartans on top of the Cyclones.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
And we're back at Bushnell Prairie City High School, 52-0 the score here on opening night of the 2021 football season. The Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on top, 52-0 of the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. The inaugural game for the 8-man season for both teams, and what has been dubbed the annual Iron Spike Trophy game. It'll be a traveling trophy given to the winning team of this contest for the years to come. We will have both Coach Mack and Coach Rodis up for post-game interviews.
Brian Bittner got the kick.
And Bittner to kick off. Line drive kick near sideline. It's going to bounce it around the 25, and it's finally going to roll out of bounds at around the 11-yard line.
That kick, I tell you, had some serious English on it, that it didn't go out about 15, 20 yards sooner downfield.
It just kept end over end. There was no deterrent way from that one to roll. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cyclones, I believe, from their own 35-yard line. kicking tee still on the field. Yeah, Chris, you're on my court again.
Yeah. Let's try and put it in front this time. Maybe I won't step on as much.
It's only twice in the whole game so far, so. I-back formation. Going to be a toss sweep near side. Leisman on the carry. He's going to have a gain of, it looks like about 8. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2 now for the Cyclones.
Ethan Pierce on the stop.
Some new numbers in for BPC. See number 5, Brock Beekman, freshman.
Toss sweep to Leisman far side. He's going to cut it back midfield. He's going to have enough for a Cyclone first down, but he's going to be brought down at about the 47-yard line of 47-yard line of the Cyclones.
So gain of 4.
Enough for a Cyclone first down.
4:30 to play, third quarter.
Line in tight, split backfield for the Cyclones. Handoff this time to number 21 around the far end. He's going to have enough for a first down, but there's some laundry on the field at about the 46-yard line.
Xavier Hilton.
Penalty marker down.
Holding Cyclones. They will mark that off from the 46-yard line, so that should move it back to the
water break
44-yard line.
Yep. Timeout, officials timeout on the field. 3:44 to play. 52-0 here in the third quarter in favor of BPC.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
And we're back here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. 52-0 the score here is the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on top of the visiting West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. So barring any major shenanigans, Chris, it looks like the Spartans will be the inaugural winner of the Iron Spike Trophy.
It looks that way as we are out of the official timeout. Clock running again.
1st and 15, handoff to the near side. And big hole by Leisman, or big run by Leisman through a big hole here on the right side. He's going to have enough for a Cyclone first down all the way down to the BPC 40, call it the 39-yard line.
About 17 on the carry. Biggest offensive play of the night for the Cyclones.
I want to say that most of the JV is in right now,
yep.
So the JV's job to keep the shutout alive. Handoff to Leisman near side. He's got some more, some more green grass in front of him.
Stop made by freshman number 40, Tyan Love. It's going to be a first down from the, about 6-14? 44 yards now on 10 carries for Leisman.
44, Ethan Pierce checks into the game for the Spartans. Hand off to Palmer this time around the far end. He's going to try to get it outside. He's going to get hit in the backfield, wrapped up and held for a group of Spartans to come in and finish up the play.
Jake Willie in on the initial hit, 26 for BPC. Gain of 3 for Rand Palmer.
Second and 7.
Clock down to 2 minutes to go, third quarter. 52-0 BPC on top.
One wide receiver, split backfield, going to fake the handoff, going to look like option.
Nice
I tell
hit.
you what, that's a Leisman on the carry. Had some green grass in front of him, but Dalton Huffman come up and laying the wood to him right at the 20-yard line. Going to be a short gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now, it looks like, for the Cyclones.
Minute 22 to play, third quarter.
So the Huffman brothers in there at the linebacker position. Toss sweep to Leisman on the far side. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. He's going to cut it out. And he's
inside the 10?
Nope, he's going to step out of bounds before the 10-yard line. Looks like
about the 12 maybe?
Yep, looks like back at about the 12-yard line.
Gain of 8.
Under 1 minute to go now here in the third quarter.
So first down and 10 from the Spartan 12-yard line for West Prairie Southeastern.
I-back formation here for the Cyclones. 1st and 10. Toss sweep near side with Leisman. He's going to try to get it outside. He's going to be hit in the backfield, but broke that tackle, then wrapped up at around the 6-yard line.
Gain of 6, a host of blue jerseys there. Brock Beekman, number 5. Lane Huffman, number 1.
And number 5, Brock Beekman.
That should be and will be the final play of the third quarter. Is it 52?
At the end of 3,
Still have the hands.
52.
That almost went out the window.
52-0 the score at the end of 3 here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. We'll be back in 15.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I would say that one of the most rewarding aspects of being an obstetrician is being present at the delivery of a baby. It's mostly a joyous occasion, and it's just so much fun to be a part of that.
Back here at Bushnell Prairie City High School, 52-0 the score at the end of 3. Chris, is this how you saw the game going down when we?
No, truthfully. I thought we'd see a fairly high scoring contest on both sides of the football, truthfully. But BPC, the defense has stepped up big. Shane Shin, Chris Taylor. You know, you got right now like you said earlier, most of the fresh soft kids are in there. They are playing well. So all in all, I think Coach Rodis and staff's got to be pretty happy through 3 quarters of football here with the start of the 2021 season.
So just waiting for the Cyclones to take the field here as they are down inside the 10-yard line.
Will receive the Iron Spike Award. The Iron Spike Award is a traveling plaque that will be presented to the winner of the BPC versus WPSE winner on a yearly basis.
So here we're on second down now, second and about 5. Barkley going to keep it. He's got not a lot of places to go as he tried to make some guys miss. And
wrapped up by 40.
I saw 22 in there somewhere as well, but
Caitlin Love with the tackle.
Barkley's going to get a little bit of a gain.
Not much.
About a yard, it looked like. So it's going to bring up a third, and we're going to say 4. They can still get a first down, though. I-back formation, Leisman the far back. Toss sweep to Leisman near side. It's going to be a hold.
Now Leisman's going to get down into the end zone.
He's actually going to get into the end zone.
But that's going to come back.
There is a penalty marker down on the field.
We'll see what the laundry is, but as where it was thrown on the looks of it, that's usually a hold. I've been mistaken before. Yep, he's asking Coach Rodis, this is what it is. What do you want to do with it? It's holding against the Cyclones.
Holding is the call against the Cyclones.
So it's going to move the ball back to around the 15-yard line after the 10-yard mark-off. It'll be a third and about a third and 13, third and 14. About a third and 13, it looks like. Maybe
I'd say third and 13.
A long 13, if there is such thing as a short 14.
Or short 12. Continual clock again, 11 minutes to play in the contest.
Split backs here on the long third down. Going to drop back, look to pass, got time, going to make the rusher miss. Step up, throw back across the field to a wide open receiver. That's Palmer. There's a block in the back, and there's the flag for it.
Palmer in for the score. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Once again, another touchdown for the Cyclones, but it's going to be brought back. This time a block in the back is going to nullify the touchdown. And to be fair, if he didn't block him in the back, he was going to make the tackle. You know. Personal foul block in the back. Or personal foul blindside hit? Is that what that was?
That looked like that was not a chop. I'm going to say blindside.
Illegal block in the back.
I think that's like or it used to be you look for someone not paying attention and you just clean their clock, and now that's a penalty, and I think that's what that indication he made was like a.
That's going to move it out to the 22, so third and about 23 now.
Pass over the middle, and it's going to be broken up. No flags on this one.
That'll set up a fourth down and about 21. Johnson on the attempted catch there for West Prairie Southeastern. 10:29. Again, continual clock here in the fourth quarter. 52-0 lead for BPC.
So here on fourth and very long for the Cyclones, 4 wide receivers. Barkley, the lone person in the backfield. They're going to blitz him. He's just going to make the first guy miss, but then the first guy is actually going to come back and get the sack on him.
Lane Huffman, the freshman.
Lane ran by him on the pump fake the first time, but stuck with it and came back and got the sack. It'll be a turnover on downs. So it'll be 1st and 10. BPC from their own 25-yard line. 5.5 minutes to go here in the contest. 52-0 the score.
9.5.
Oh, is that a 9?
Yeah. Goalpost again, gotcha.
For mine, it looks like a 5.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can take a 5.
I'd be all right with that, too. Sorry. But
that's fair.
9:20 left now.
9:20 left.
We're getting closer regardless, however this plays out. Got a new number at quarterback. At Love, number 40.
He's going to keep it. End around here to the near side. Oh, he's getting the ball stripped out of him from Palmer. Palmer's literally just going to take it right away from him and then get drug out of bounds, so it's going to be a fumble and turnover. Palmer Cyclones have the ball, 1st and 10 on the
Tackle by Dalton Huffman.
trying to see the BPC 25-yard line.
Got an injured.
Looks like a cramp working on the leg
player
again down there. I can't tell if he's got a white shirt or a blue shirt,
it's
though.
white. I couldn't tell either, but yeah, it's a white shirt.
It's not very often you see one of the coaches working on the player from the other side, but
right.
considering he was probably one of his players last year.
Right. I still can't make out the number.
So they're going to go ahead and give a water break. So
clock stopped with 8:24 to play.
Producer Kenny, you want to give us another advertisement?
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Palmer was the player down on the sideline, still having a hard time getting off on the far sideline, cramping up, which, you know, these kind of conditions, as hot, as humid as it is, that's not uncommon. But
got a new number in at quarterback, 22.
He's going to take the snap and just run it to the far side. Jesse Johnson is the new quarterback. Looks like we've got a new quarterback and some new running backs in there as well for the Cyclones.
6-yard gain for Johnson.
Johnson's going to have a 6-yard gain. In tight, split backfield. Johnson going to keep it again, try to bring it out wide. He's going to break one tackle. Probably get wrapped up and taken out of bounds by
21. Huffman, Lane Huffman, and 21, Evan Pierce.
And number 22, Dalton Huffman.
Pick up 3 on the play.
Dalton Huffman gets credit from the tackle from Arnie as he's standing on the sideline over here. See, that's why Coach Arnold needs to be standing down here with us. He's kind of left us.
I feel lonely down here.
So after the run, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 now for the Cyclones.
Clock at 7:05 to play here in the 4th.
Handoff to number 14. He's going to take it up the middle. He'll have the first down and then gets wrapped up instantly. I think that was Huffman once again.
Aiden Horn with the run.
14, Aiden Horn with the run. Number 1, Lane Huffman on the tackle.
17 down to about the 12, gain of 5.
So I think this is kind of a what you're going to see on Monday night here, a little preview.
Yep. That game will be at West Prairie.
Johnson going to keep it around the far side. He
He's
might be in for a touchdown, and he is.
First touchdown for the Cyclones.
At the 6:19 mark here in the 4th quarter, Cyclones finally reach pay dirt on a
19. 12-yard.
12-yard run by Johnson. Jesse Johnson. Maybe a rifle muffler mafia down there.
Maybe. So that makes it 52-6.
Flags all over, loose ball, snap off the front helmet.
Multiple flags on the play. False start against the Cyclones.
So they'll mark it off 5 yards. Now it's going to bring up a 8-yard attempt for the extra point. Handoff is going to go, I think that was 14 on the carry.
Aiden Horn on the run.
Yep, Aiden Horn on the run, number 14. 2-point conversion, no good. So that's where we stand, 52-6 here with just over 6 minutes remaining in the contest.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Just over 6 minutes to go here. Actually, we'll just say it's right at the 6-minute mark.
Next Friday night, right here at Bushnell Prairie City.
5-minute mark.
BPC Spartans.
You got your 5 there.
I got my 5 finally. Now we're under the 5 minutes to go here in the contest.
Who's back for BPC? Looks like Lincoln Brown again, I believe.
Short little kick here, going to drop about the 34. Going to be fielded by one of the up men. He's going to bring it near sideline. Dalton Huffman on the carry. He's going to be brought down at about the 49-yard line of the Spartans.
He's tackled near the 50-yard line.
So BPC will start first and 10 at just about midfield.
Don't forget the JoJo's post-game show. As you mentioned earlier, we'll talk it over with both head coaches tonight.
First and 10 for the Spartans.
Nice snap, and I think West Prairie's going to get it on the bounce.
Once again, a turnover for BPC.
Number 4 on the recovery for the Cyclones. Carter hits. Officials timeout. 3:20 to play here in the contest. 52-6 lead for BPC.
We've taken more
the second half, it seems like, haven't we?
You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Don't forget, Monday night will be the JV game from West Prairie High School, which you'll pretty much get to see what's on the field right now, but instead of into the game action, it'll be four quarters of action for those young men.
Yep.
52-6 the score here tonight. BPC going to come away with the inaugural win in the Iron Spike Trophy.
See 67 coming into the ballgame for BPC. Katie English, freshman.
One of the female football players for the Spartans. Going to be a carry off the far side, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
Good for a Cyclone first down.
Johnson's going to have the first down and a gain of about 11 or 12.
Down under 3 to play now, 2:50. 52-6 again, lead for BPC.
Handoff near side, going to be wrapped up in the backfield. He's going to break that tackle, though. Going to break another ball on the ground.
Still on the ground. He finally picked it up and
finally
goes back to about the 40-yard line.
Xavier Hilton, the ball carrier.
21, Xavier Hilton, the ball carrier. He's going to get brought.
Loss of 5.
Well, they're going to mark it only a loss of 5, but.
For Hilton.
Bring up a 2nd and 15.
2:10 to play.
Split backfield, high snap. Jesse Johnson going to keep it on the run near side. Going to break the first tackle and then get brought down after a gain of about 6, it looks like.
Johnson with the run.
Look like number 21. Evan Pierce, the first Spartan there to make contact with him.
7-yard gain for Johnson.
Can bring up a 3rd and call it 7, Chris.
Minute and a half on the clock.
Maybe a short 8. Split backfield in tight. Johnson's going to hand it off this time to 14. That's
Horn.
Aiden Horn. He's going to be brought down after a gain of about 5, maybe 6.
Up the middle for the Cyclones.
Going to be a 4th and 2.
Say 4th and a long 2 as he's going to get it down to about the 25-yard line.
This clock right at 1 minute to play.
Oh, bad snap. Going to just fall on it. Jesse Johnson's going to fall on it back at about the 35-yard line.
It'll be a turnover on down. First down for the Spartans.
So on 4th and short, the bad snap leads to a turnover on downs for the Spartans, and that will pretty much seal the deal for the contest. As we're down to just around 30 seconds, and by the time you swap players and everything else, it'll be the contest. Coach Roddice not in a big hurry to send the offense out there, and that will be the end of the game here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. It's going to be our BPC Spartans 52 and the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones 6. The Spartans will be the inaugural winners of the Iron Spike Trophy. The traveling trophy is going to be handed out to the winner of this contest every year.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, Principal Jerry Butcher, to present the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans with the inaugural Iron Spike Award.
As the Iron Spike Award trophy is being awarded to the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans, the first winners of the trophy, so that will be an annual trophy handed out every year. You're listening to the post-game show brought to you by JoJo Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home some nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushel, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Final score 52-6 here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. We're going to wait the arrival of Coach Rodis and Coach McCormick as they're both meeting with their teams down on the sidelines. I don't know if it'll be a 2-for-1 or a 1-on-1. We'll see when they get up here.
Right.
We pretty much left it up to them, and I did tell them I'd spoke to the Big Cheese, Dwayne, earlier today and asked him how he wanted to do it, and he says you can do it individually or you can do it together. And I told those guys, you know what? I mean, if I was going to have two coaches in the booth at the same time, you're the two that I could probably handle. I don't have to stand between you guys. So
Right. Well, final stats of the contest, individual stats. First are BPC, Ben Powell, 11 carries, 77 yards. Shane Shin, 8 carries, 112, 3 touchdowns. Sam Hensley, 7 carries for 38 and a touchdown. Dalton Horwittle, 3 carries for 44 and a touchdown. Dalton Hubman, 3 for 16 and a touchdown. Sam Hensley passing 1 of 3, 26 yards, a touchdown, interception. Love. It doesn't matter where that cord's at tonight. I'm going to stand on it. Love for BPC, 1 carry for 15, and Dalton Horwittle, the 1 catch for 26 yards in the touchdown. For West Prairie Southeastern, unofficially, 8 carries, -4 for Barkley. Leesman, 13 carries for 58 yards. Rand Palmer, 4 for 17. Jensen Lotman, 2 for 21. Aiden Horn, 4 for 9. Jesse Johnson, 6 carries for 30 and the touchdown. Barkley, 1 of 8 for 10 yards. Passing, 2 interceptions on the evening.
I think we're going to do some kickoff to another advertisement, and when you come back, we should be about ready to interview the coaches when they get up here. We'll be right back.
I would say that one of the most rewarding aspects of being an obstetrician is being present at the delivery of a baby. It's mostly a joyous occasion, and it's just so much fun to be a part of that.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
Joined here for the post-game interview with Coach Rodis and Coach Mack coming up here too. We'll talk to him in just a second. But, Coach, congratulations. New beginnings, new season, new kind of football for you, and the first winner of the Iron Spike Trophy.
Yeah, we had no idea what to expect. I'm not going to lie. We got out there and we're like, are these plays going to work or not? We had no idea. I mean, we practiced them enough. But we got to see some good things. I mean, we got some things to improve on. I'm not going to lie about that. But very happy with the way we just kind of came out and was excited from the get-go, even especially when it was this hot.
Right.
Holy crap.
And it didn't seem like until the end of the game it looked like you started having more of a cramping issue later in the game.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an issue all through the game.
And we were trying to rotate, so that didn't happen. I mean, we tried to get enough guys in there to rotate, but, you know, you can only do so much. And then some of those guys started cramping, even the second one. So, you know, it's hot out there.
You got a pretty good look at some of your guys out there. In fact, I think you were able to get most of everybody in tonight that we were looking at. The big thing, of course, when we talk about football, and it's something we've talked about the last few years, is numbers and injuries. You know, did you come out unscathed tonight, or you got some bangs up, or people banged up? Or
we're actually all of our prayers right now are with Keith Hoyle. He's going to go get checked out Monday. They think he may have done something with his knee. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose that. So we'll let them do that on Monday, and just hope we get some good news. You know, maybe it was just a deal here tonight and he's in enough pain, but that's the only one that I know of right now anyway.
I know it's fresh and this is new, but is this going to be a year thing where you just constantly poke at him? Or?
No, because he's going to hit his chances to poke back. I know better.
You know better.
I know better. I know better.
Well, Coach, I'll let you get down to your players. Congratulations not only on the inaugural winner of the Iron Spike Bowl trophy.
Yeah, no, this is a great deal. You know, our ag department did a great job with this, and, you know, I'm supposed to make sure that Tony Akers gets a little bit of credit here because this piece of wood came from a barn that he tore down, and he donated it for this. So I was supposed to make sure that he gets credit because he was tired of it, you know, everybody else getting credit and he didn't get any. So,
well, we can't have that.
We can't have that with Tony, you know. So, but no, this is a great deal, and I hope this stays around, you know, between the two schools. And I hope it keeps going because this is just all about sportsmanship and how we're linked together by the railroad, you know. And I think it's a great thing for these guys to, you know, no matter what happens, I hope this keeps going.
Well, Coach, we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And you know, sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that
I feel honored for those patients to have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
Joined here with Coach McCormick. Coach, as I said with Coach Rod, it's a new season. Not only, I mean, you guys are used to being on the same sideline. Now you guys are looking across each other at, you know, from opposite sides. But it's also a new experience with the 8-man football for both of you.
Yeah. I mean, and it's you know, kind of new for some of our guys. You know, they haven't played football at all. So tonight was a pretty good learning experience. I mean, you know, obviously we'd like for the game to be a little more competitive than it was, but you know, we saw some good things, we saw some bad things, we saw some things that we need to kind of clean up that aren't even football related, just, you know, how we act, and you know, when things aren't going well, sometimes people kind of show their colors a little bit, and you know, we can fix that. And I mean, that's something that you know, acting the correct way, winning or losing, is something that we're going to kind of work on a little bit. Because down the road, when you're not playing football anymore, you know, you need to know how to act when bad things are happening and know how to act when good things are happening. So we'll fix some things there. But like I said, we did have some positive things. You know, you could kind of see guys as the game went on get a little more confident in what they were doing. And you know, week one, we kind of figured that might be the case. So, you know, we'll we'll kind of build off of this game, learn a lot from our film, and get ready to go for next week.
It looked like Barkley, their very beginning of the game, might have done something, kind of started limping there. Your very first possession of the contest, and it just seemed like from that point, you ran a few plays, and after that, it seemed like that kind of the timing might have been off a little bit with him also from there.
Yeah, I think he kind of dinged his ankle up, but I mean he played through it and battled through it. Obviously we've got number 22, Jesse Johnson, sophomore, never played football before. Kind of comes out, he adds quite a bit. He's kind of quick. I mean, he's one of those guys we try to play at receiver a little bit, throw it to him, and but he's a go-getter and a competitor, and we kind of got him in the game late just to kind of see what he can do. Owen Rigg was playing some quarterback and fractured his thumb, so we've kind of had to hurry up and try to have an emergency quarterback there, and it was nice to get him some reps tonight so he can be ready for Monday's game, so he knows he can do it.
So I asked, it was Coach Rodis when he was up here, and I said, hey, you guys being as good of friends you are, I said, just pointing at the trophy, I said, is this going to be something you poke at him all year long? And he said, no, he says, because he's going to get another shot, and he goes, then I'd have to put up with it for a full year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you actually expect that, or do you think you might catch it every once in a while where he might remind you?
I think he's probably mature enough to not poke me, but I would probably do it to him. So, once we get it and I poke him, then it'll probably be the other way around. But no, I think he's, that's kind of a cool deal. We kind of talked about doing that. All these teams have, trophy games. Back in the old days when we were at Lewistown, we played for the Stone Axe, and that was kind of a big deal. And hopefully, like I heard him say, hopefully we can continue doing it, and we don't lose the thing, or it doesn't get stolen or thrown away or something like that. I also heard him, thank God Tony Akers had some barnwood to contribute, so he's still around in the trophy cases, remnants of him around, so that's good.
Well, I mean, he had the barnwood, and that railroad at the age, he probably helped put that spike in the ground originally.
Yeah, he probably stole it when he was a kid on Ryle Street. Probably had it in his he's probably trying to derail a train or something when he was about 10 or 12 and had it somewhere in his shed.
Well, if he wanted attention, he's getting it now.
Yeah, he's probably in bed, so he's not going to hear it. But
that's the best part. It's on YouTube. I can actually take this clip and send it to him.
Yeah, well, you probably need to do that. Make sure it's somewhere between the hours of 6 and 9, so he can see it.
Right. Well, John, I appreciate you coming up. It's been a few years since you and I have got to do this on post game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
In fact, it used to be right here too. So it was, it's a pleasure as always to talk to you after the game, and I wish you luck on the rest of the season.